today I wanted to talk about, the other day was, I was in my speech and debate class, and what we're doing is we're going to pick out a religion and we're going to study it. And eventually we're going to discuss it and present this, whole thing. And so there was a couple things that I wanted to do. I wanted to do things like there's a few. It was Taoism, Buddhism, and Scientology. And I ended up picking Wicca because I was just I didn't know what to pick, so I was just like, I'm just going to pick Wicca because my teachers kind of helped me with it. And I was thinking that there's just I was just thinking about everything, and I was just like, there's more than one way to be in touch with God and the universe, and because there's a lot of people where they just say, there's only one way, and lately I kind of don't believe that. I think that there's more than one way to be in touch with God and to be in touch with yourself. Hold on. Okay, and if I want to be close to God and Jesus, and let's say that I believe in God and Jesus, then, I believe that if I pray to God and He helps me, I feel like He'll guide me in the right way, especially if I ask Him to. I feel like He'll guide me in the right way and help me in my endeavors. And, for example, I was reading online because I kind of wanted to see what religion had to do with, chakras and stuff like that. So I just kind of typed that in, and one of the first things that popped up was if you're a Christian and you open up the 7 chakras, then you're going to be demonized. And I just thought that was a ridiculous statement. I read this whole thing, and they're just like, if you open up your chakras, then they're going to be a way that, demons are going to come in, and, you're just going to be so away from God, and it was just this whole thing that I thought just was really ridiculous. And what I wanted to mention is how ridiculous that was. Okay, the base root, just this little thing that I learned, or that I read, is just little things on how to open, okay, your base root, you're supposed to let go of the fear that you have. Your sacral hara is, you have to release the blame and guilt, and you forgive yourself. The solar plexus is to let go of your shame, your letdowns, and your inner disappointments, and to accept and love yourself. Your heart chakra is to release all sadness and loss. Your throat chakra is blocked by lies, and you need to release your denial and the lies that you tell yourself. Then you have the third eye chakra, which is you need to release the illusions within yourself, and you have to realize the collective consciousness within everybody and how everything is one, and there's a connection within everything. So then they have your crown chakra, which is you have to release all your earthly desires and everything that you've grown to love. And anyways, they're not easy things to do. They're basically saying, if you do all of these, then you're going to be demonized. That doesn't even make sense. A Christian would probably say, well, you should pray for God to help you. They say you should pray to God to help you with those things. And, if I do that, then I'm opening those chakras. So if God is helping me do those things, which those things help you open your chakras, then how are you going to be demonized? That was just really, stupid. I just thought, wow, really? just didn't make any sense at all. Right. So, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was, I wanted to read you guys one of my poems that I'm doing for my school. So what I had to do was you have to write a poem, and this poem has to have 6 literary devices, which is the hyperbole, the personification, metaphor, onomana, pina, meta, pada, simile, and alliteration. And so here's what I wrote. It's kind of funny. It's just silly. Okay. Water is my best friend, the essence of life within a bottle. Scrapes and sadness it shall mend, thickening, slickening, anger is throttled. He makes my day, keeps the pain away, water holds me to keep and coddle. Thinking about you for thousands of years, I can't help but push you away. The water sheds my skin with tears. Envy within my enemy, I feel like Nemo in his anemone, hiding from deceivement and fear. I'll teach myself to stop thinking death is near. Ringing, operatic singing, my ears shall hear no more. Basically, the whole thing is just a mixture between of how I feel that people should, or how I feel that I should be drinking water all the time, which I do. Because I feel like water is most essential for, like, living. Like, of course, like, they say you can't live 3 days without drinking water, which is kind of a big statement if you think about it. Like, first of all, like, water keeps you hydrated. It can potentially make you feel better. It can make you lose weight. It can, like, it just makes you feel better. It cleanses your body. And so, like, what I mean by scrapes and sadness it shall mend, thickening, slickening, anger is throttled. Basically, because the more you drink water, the more, like, it's just, the more water you drink, the easier your cuts will heal. That's just what I found. And then sadness, it shall mend. I'm just being kind of like a depressed case. I'm just kidding, I'm not really depressed. I guess. But, like, it's just, I don't know, just made sense. And then, I don't know, it kind of doesn't make sense. It does, but it doesn't. Like, the whole thing, like, when I write poems, I basically write them on what's going on in my life and just what I'm thinking, and just everything ends up, you know, connecting to each other. Like if somebody read it, I don't think they would understand where I'm coming from, because it's both basically just picking a lot of things in my head and putting them into words, which a lot of people probably can't understand. Not that you can't understand it, but just because it's my mind, it's my head, and yeah. So yeah, everything else is just kind of self-explanatory. I'll put the poem down in the description. I just wanted to say a few things. First, I wanted to say that I obviously do not have a camera, and I'm using my cell phone, my Note number 1, and that's just how it is. And a lot of my lighting is from natural lighting, so either if I'm in my room, which there's not much lighting at all, or whether I do a video in the day, in the middle of the day, so that I have natural lighting. So in that sense, I'm not as, like, I already talked about that in my last video. I already said that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that again, just to tell you what I'm actually using natural light, and my cell phone. So I'm about at 12 minutes, and I think I shall leave and talk to you later.